So this morning, I am going to be cleaning up the garage. One of the methods that I do for cleaning is categorizing things. So right now, the first thing I went for was these chairs because they seem to be in the same category of stuff. And that makes sense in my head. So what I'm going to do is just kind of move everything out and then move it back in. And my bike, the back tire fell off the other day. So I'm just gonna set that over here. How the back tire fell off, I'm not really sure yet. This thing needs to go. I'm actually just gonna move to the side of the house until the next bulk trash pickup because I'm tired of seeing it in here. I'm gonna move these bikes over. These are again in the same category. Put the kickstand on my toe. Move this bike over. Then, whoops, we got this stuff that I'm not really quite sure where to put it, but that doesn't matter yet. The goal is for the stuff that I do know where to put it somewhere. This does not even belong to me. I need to get this back to the owner, and I'm actually gonna put this over here. This seems like a good spot for it. It's been in the way for a long time and just needs to be out of the way now. So, I wonder if this came off of my bike or if this is off one of the kids' bikes. Probably not my bike. Oh, no, yeah, it is. I see. There's the matching one right here. Huh. I'm not actually sure how that goes on, but I'm gonna set this on top of the bike because that's where it belongs. So let's see. This looks like tools. This is a bike lamp. A lamp? Light? Bike light? Bike lamp? That's gonna go in my electronics box, which is under there. I've got this Ramada shade thing. Not sure where we're gonna put this yet, so I'm gonna set it off to the side. What we're gonna find is that a lot of my cleaning technique is just moving stuff to a different spot, which I guess is kind of cleaning anyways. I'm trying to get this out of my head to understand what the technique really is and how to explain it to somebody on how to clean. So I'm gonna set these aside. And the first thing that I had mentioned was categorizing. So I just picked up the baseball gloves and the bats. Here's some more baseball gloves. Baseball bat gloves? Baseball gloves? And I put those over there. This is another thing that does not belong to me. That is gonna go over here. Belongs to the same person who that other thing belonged to. So those need to go there. Oh look, here's another thing that needs to go to that same person. So I'm just gonna pull that out. We're gonna put that over here. And eventually this will make it away from my house. So this is kind of a mess here because now I've got a cart with a bunch of stuff in it, but there are categories of things here. I have tools. Great, we can move tools to tools. I've just got a table on this side that is tools. Now, the tools side also needs cleaned, but the important thing is that that's all tools. It's not just a bunch of stuff over here. This might be garbage. That is garbage. Sweet. We need a garbage bag. Glad I didn't have to go inside to get one because I forgot about that. This is a sewing machine and this is related to tools. And see, I'm pausing because I'm like, I could put it over there, but I could also put it over here. And I think I'm just gonna set it with tools for now. Done. easy. This is Warhammer terrain. This actually needs to go inside. So I'm not going to go inside right now. Instead, I'm going to stage this to go inside because I don't want to make a bunch of trips in and out. And this is a cooler. This, I'm thinking, is going to go up there. It is not a tool. Fortunately, there's nothing in it. I'm going to zip it up. But this feels more like a thing that I'm going to put inside. That actually, this is not mine either. That needs to go as well. I've got quite a bit of stuff in here that is not mine. All right, well, this is not going to zip up for me right now. Not going to worry about that. Oh, this, I can't tell you what it is. What I can tell you is that it's a plushie. A plushie? A stuffed animal? Is a green bird stuffed animal. And I've had it for a long time. It was supposed to be a reward for accomplishing a certain task that I never accomplished. And so I have not rewarded myself with it yet. Cleats, these are old cleats. And there was the baseball stuff over here. So actually, I had just moved the gloves and the bats. So they're gonna go inside this box or bag. And that will be their new home. Even those bats will fit in here. So I'm just gonna stand this up. And we've got probably like $600 worth of equipment in here that's just sitting here now. I mean, each one of these bats, oh, that's a little spider. Each one of these bats, probably a couple $100. Nah, this one was from Walmart. This was like $50. This bat though was like $150 at Rawlings. Ridiculous. It's crazy how much they cost. How much could a bat cost? Like, what's the, oh, that flew out of there. Like, what's the markup on a bat for it to cost $150, $200? I mean, I've seen some bats when we've been shopping around, like, you know, upwards of $300, which is just, that's a lot of money. All right, so we've got some chairs. I'm gonna set this off to the side. This is not a chair, but it is related. This is a shade related to chairs. This is also not a chair. If I can get it out. It's underneath a bunch of stuff. All right, so we'll start with the stuff on top then. This belongs with the rest of the packaging things. This is roller skates, which is sporty stuff, and we're gonna have a section for sport-y stuff. And then we've got more skating things with a helmet. So we'll just throw that helmet in there. That's sport related. And then now we can get to this. Here's another rolly thing for painting. This is a tool. This belongs in the tool section. Done. All right, now we can get this thing out. So, again, not a chair, but related. So, category. This bike, I'm gonna move out of the way because it is bike related. Oh, it's also flat tired. And it's just gonna go over here. Not clean, but out of the way. In here, we've got sandwich bags and a guitar strap, which I actually need for my other guitar because I'm constantly switching. I don't know how that ended up over there. So I'm gonna put this in this stuff goes inside section area. Here is another chair. This is actually a chair. Well, okay, so that fell. That's cool. It's gonna keep falling. This is flag football gear. That goes with sports stuff. Watch, this chair is gonna fall again. Now we've got more here. This looks like skating stuff yet again. We've got 3 bags of skating stuff. It's just bulky, that's really the problem with it. We got 2 more camping chairs. I think this one is not mine, but that's okay. Okay, so this thing is not mine. This needs to go back, and I'm going to put these stuff that is not mine in there to go back with it, which is this. And I think it might be, actually, the rest of this might actually be mine. So I'm gonna leave that. Oh, look, we've got more. Oh, there's a whole other bucket of stuff. All right, this is one of those cart things. I'm just gonna set this over here. I actually want this to be sideways here. So we are gonna have to clean back here, but that is not for right now. Instead, the thing that I'm actually trying to do right now is clear off the floor. I'm not gonna clean that stuff because it's already in a space. It's already on something and it doesn't need to be dealt with right now. I always tell my kids that a place is not clean if there is stuff on the floor, and they cannot vacuum because there is stuff on the floor. And for me, when there is stuff on the floor, it is not in a place and needs to be dealt with, because I think that's really what makes a place feel dirty, is having all the clutter around the floor. So my goal right now is to just remove the stuff off of the floor as best as I can. And we do that by picking it up and putting it in a better space. And so, like, all I did was shift that over here and it's already opened up this space here. So I've got stuff on the floor, some spray paint. This goes in my spray paint box. I have a lot of spray paint. So make sure that fits in there. Where this is going to go, I'm not quite sure yet, but this looks like a good spot. I feel the vibe is better there than it was over here. Now this is one of those things that I don't even know what to do with it, because it's just a part to my fridge. My fridge has replaceable glass panels for different colors, and this is the ones that came on it. And they have been here since we bought the fridge, because we bought a different color, replaced them, put the old sheets back in here, and now it just sits in the garage, taking up space, and I should probably get rid of it. But since that's a problem for a different day, just put it there. Oh, I think this is a tripod. I've seen this before. It is, oh, it's the tripod for a camera, like a DSLR. I say DSLR, it could be mirrorless, whatever camera. But I don't have that piece. I'm sure it's somewhere. This is technically electronics related. So I have electronic stuff over here. That's gonna go with electronics. Now my electronics section is just a bunch of boxes with all the electronics in it, and it's not organized. But, oh man, that's like the third spider I've seen crawling on me. So that's fine. This is a Pokemon Soul Silver DS game. Just right there on the floor. That's cool. That goes in the electronics box. It probably fell on the floor from when I moved some other boxes earlier. In here, oh, okay, so this is a bunch of mugs. This is gonna go up there. All right. So the thing is, this is not great, but it is up against the wall. There's vertical space, or horizontal space opened up here using vertical space. And this is just a little bit off center, so I might as well just align it just to make it look nicer. And then we've got a bunch of garbage on the floor. That'll get taken care of here in a sec. This will fit nicely over here. These chairs, oh, well, two different types of chairs. I got these metal chairs that are technically not mine, but I'm gonna hold on to them until they come knocking. So let's see. I'm just gonna set them up right. And these, we're just gonna scooch. Oh, they'll actually fit over here. Okay, all I did was move them from there to there. I don't know why I did that, but it just made more sense right here. But having done that, I kind of opened up a space here. So I'm going to use that space for this weed sprayer. And look at that. Would you just look at it? Nice. Perfect spot for it. All right, so we've got some more cleats, got a hat. This is a baseball hat, but this is a Pokemon hat, so that's gonna go in that pile. So these are gonna go inside the baseball bag. Just gonna stuff them in there, and someday that will get organized. But we're looking, okay, so here's part of the strategy. We're looking for the macro organizations, macro cleanup. That means we're looking for the big stuff. I'm not worried about the little details. This is a sock, kind of a detail, but not the same thing that I'm talking about. This belongs to somebody else. I know who that goes to. It goes over there. All right, so you'll note, okay, when I'm saying the macro stuff, I'm talking about getting the bigger things out of the way that really make a difference. What I could have done is when I first came over here, what were we looking at? When I first came over here, I could have just been like, oh, here is the skating stuff. And then dumped out all of these, tried to go everything and organize it and clean up just the skating stuff. But those to me are on a micro scale. That's a deeper level of cleaning. Whereas clearing out all of this stuff is on the macro scale. And the reason why I'm talking this out loud, again, is because I'm trying to understand this concept. because it's just so internal to me of how I'm cleaning that I know what I'm looking for and what I'm doing, and I'm trying to put this into a concept that is easily explainable. So right now this bucket has baseball hats, it's got some gear. I see it's just got a bunch of cleats and a helmet, but it's already inside a bucket that I'm not ready yet to deal with. In fact, this goes with all of the sports stuff. And yes, I could take out those hats and the cleats and put them in the baseball thing, but they're already here. They're already fairly organized, so I'm not gonna mess with that yet. Let's see. Okay, so one of the problems here is the trash, but the trash is one of the things that we leave to the end, because if we're focused on picking up all of the trash, then this stuff is not going to get organized. And there's always going to be more trash. So we can save that to the end when everything is clean. But I don't know if you can see it right now, but right here is a pile of stuff that should probably be inside. And I'm gonna take care of that, but first we're gonna start moving the chairs back. So you'll notice one of the things I did was pull stuff out, put stuff on the macro scale away, and now I'm kind of in that phase where, all right, this is much better. I'm gonna start putting things back. And these chairs, I'm pretty sure will all fit up here, because I don't necessarily want them on top of this box. The box is not super stable, but I do think that they'll all fit here, or at least some of them. And we don't use these chairs very often, so I'm okay with these being a little bit more tucked away and harder to get, because the chairs that we do use often are actually already in the back of the car. So that's nice. Put this away. It's actually that blue one that's going to be a problem because it's long and flat. It doesn't fold up like the other ones. Probably should have put this one in first, but actually what I'll do, I'll just put it behind this box. Nice. And this shade will fit up here as well. So now that stuff is fairly organized. All of this needs to come back. I do need to bring back this stuff. So we've got the, what is this thing even called? The shade? It's not a Ramada. Is it a Ramada? A Ramada feels like a permanent structure. This is just a temporary shade thing. So that fits nicely on the box. See, it's about the same size, fits right on top of it. In my head, that makes sense. Baseball bag. I'm gonna lean this up over here. See, I've got a bunch of open space right here, and I was thinking I'm gonna put the bag right there, but this is sticking out, and I just think that I'd rather have a little bit of stuff pile up over here than block a bunch of this section. I actually think I'm gonna put the bikes over here. This is a lot of made up random stuff. Like, this is what I'm talking about, where it's hard to describe to somebody how this cleaning process works, because it just lives in my head. And a lot of it's made up on the fly, but there are core principles here. And I hope that I've hit some of those. And honestly, I'm gonna probably just, this is a chicken thing. There's another chicken thing right here. So obviously that goes there with the chicken thing. What I'm gonna do is see if I can pull the voice from this video and just run it through GPT or something to have it identify the things that I am talking about, to help it make sense. Because this is just part of the mess where it's, you just put down all of your thoughts and then you can organize later. And oh my gosh, that opens up a whole other conversation of things, because if you imagine these are all of my thoughts here in the garage, I'm handling things in a way that I'm taking the bigger stuff, moving it out of the way, putting it into buckets and saying, hey, this is a siloed thing, this is a siloed thing. We can move those out of the way while we deal with organizing on the macro scale all of this stuff. And then I'm gonna come into the details and I'll work through those. So I'm spinning in circles here because I want to go inside, but I don't want to make a whole bunch of trips, but I do need, I mean, I've already got this section over here for taking stuff inside, so we'll put this over here. That's what it was for, right? Because all of those hats, I'm like, I want a bag for the hats, but I don't want to go inside to get a bag. Because I'll say it like, you know, one of the things is also delay. Delay as long as you can doing a certain thing so that it doesn't interrupt what you're doing now. So the thing that I'm delaying right now is going inside, because that's going to interrupt my flow out here. And oh look, I've been looking for this. This is a Warhammer mat, and I've been needing this for my Warhammer table. Look at that. That's going inside too. Would you just look at that? So I know I need the broom here in a second, and I'm gonna get to that. There's a bag over here that is pretty torn up, and just a bunch of random crap over here that has just been building up. It's stuff that does need to be gone through, but the fact that it's in a bag over here, has been here for quite a while, means it's not super important. And hasn't been, so I do think it needs to go inside. It's a ham radio license, electronics. This is a Keyblade. I mean, it should probably be hung up somewhere. It's cool enough. So that's gonna go inside. That's the garbage bag. There's a toothbrush over here. Why there's such a toothbrush? This is a sticker that should go inside this bag. There was a bunch of other ones around it. And we got this little, this shirt is falling apart. Oh my gosh. Okay, all right, so now the bigger stuff is gonna come over here. Maybe that's why I left that open. All of the skate stuff, all of this skate stuff, really, I probably just need to get another box like one of those, the storage boxes from Home Depot, and throw it all in there. But now, this is garbage. We can set that out. Okay, check this out. I'm gonna look at the time. It's been 30 minutes. It's been 30 minutes to get through all of this. I didn't get caught up in the weeds of being like, hey, I need to organize that specific thing. It's no, macro scale, macro scale. Check it out, bone arrow. This thing has been strung way too long. It probably needs to be destrung, unstrung, because I hear that's not great for it. There's a space up here that will fit, so we're gonna put that there because this doesn't really fall into a lot of the other categories, and that's okay, there's space for it. Okay, so now I do need to get the broom. I'm gonna leave the bikes there for a second because I want to sweep out all of this first. Before I go inside, I'll take this. These are the chair cases for the ones that we actually use. Those are still in the car. All right, so I'm gonna go inside, I'm gonna get the broom and a garbage bag, question mark? I'm gonna start with taking some of this stuff in while I'm on my way in. Ow, hit the door. Plant, back in the garage. All right. So I'm actually going to take all of this stuff inside first to get out of the way, so this way I can sweep better. But I got this bag so I can fit all the hats in it. I used to wear hats a lot more because I didn't like my bald head, but I'm more okay with it now, so I don't wear hats as much. Okay. This is actually pretty motivating, talking and doing this. Feels, I don't know why. There's something about it, I guess. First time trying it, so it seems to be working out. All right, all of this stuff's going inside, and then I'll be back to the last one. Part of the problem, I say it's a problem, it's technically part of the process, is all of this stuff that I'm taking inside is now forming a pile inside. But hey, it's not in the garage. But again, that's exactly one of the concepts here. Holy crap, it's hot. I am sweating. That's exactly what one of the concepts is here, is I'm not trying to clean everything. I'm trying to clean here. And the stuff that I took inside is at least closer now to where it belongs. So yeah, I like that. It's closer to where it belongs. Yes, it is inside. It is not in the garage. It does need to be dealt with, but that is for another day. It is now bucketed closer to where it belongs. And man, a lot of this stuff kind of relates to the mental side of it too, which is pretty crazy. I'm just coming up with this concept in my head right now. Earlier I was talking about how, got all these big thoughts, big messy thoughts that we don't know what to do with. All right, well, write everything down. Literally just all of it, write it down. Don't worry about any sort of organization. Don't worry about any sort of thing. Just get all the thoughts down. And that is the equivalent of don't worry about working on the micro scale of things in the garage right now. We're gonna work on the big stuff. Generally categorize things, move them around. See, but one of the difference there is that the garage is already, written down, I would say. We're kind of skipping a step here because I didn't dirty the garage first. And there's the garbage truck going on behind me. But, we didn't dirty the garage first. Well, the thing is that happened over time, right? Just like our thoughts, they build up over time. And they stick around, they take up space in our mind, in our garage. And over time, it gets overwhelming. And so what I'm doing is organizing the big stuff, because we'll consider the garage having been written down already. All of the everything that we're just trying to dump. There's big garbage here. I'm not worried about it. It's gonna get picked up regardless. There's little garbage. I'm not worried about picking up all of the tiny pieces of sand. That stuff will just kind of always be there. I wasn't expecting to have a whole mental health lecture here, but you can find this kind of nuggets in anything, and apparently talking out loud to yourself or to you, whoever you are, I don't know yet. This makes a pretty big difference, I guess. Usually I just keep all the thoughts in my head or written down on paper, but writing down on paper takes a while, and it takes a lot longer to process those things on paper, which is okay. I mean, that's part of the process. But when you're talking out loud, you can just kind of say things and it all comes together at some point, I think. But I could also just be a rambling madman to fill space while I sweep. Maybe I don't need to worry about filling the space. I could just put some music here or something. Probably just fast forward it. All right, another thought. Outside of this threshold, doesn't matter to me. We're gonna put that in the category of things I cannot control. So we're gonna leave that alone for now. We're gonna work within the confines of the space that I am available to work in right now. That is in the garage. Eventually I'll come out and sweep out the back or the front porch, patio, driveway. Got all these words. In fact, this would probably be a lot easier if I had a bigger broom, which I do, but it's in the backyard, like a big push broom. But I don't want to go get it. I already settled on doing it with this broom, and that was okay. We use the tools that we've got, that we're willing to use. I think it's better to just use a tool that you're willing to use to get the job done than to not do anything because you don't have a tool that you want to use or that you think you have to use. You use what you've got. And we're almost done here. It's just, I don't know if you saw this, but I just did kind of a get all the edges and then sweep everything into a big pile. And we're almost done here. The thing, oh, I did bring it. I thought that I didn't bring the dustpan, but I did. So I'm gonna need this bag to throw the garbage in. And I'm gonna pick up some of the big stuff out of here, because if I sweep that into the dustpan, it's just gonna make a big old mess. So big stuff goes first. Now we can really sweep up the small stuff. Just look at how this translates into your brain. Pick up all of big stuff, take care of that, then we can focus on the smaller things. And some things just don't go. Things stick around like all this little dust. I feel like the Bob Ross of cleaning mentality. All right. Now, set that. I didn't end up needing this bag that I brought out, which is okay. This garbage bag has been in the garage for a long time. It's finally served its purpose. I'm gonna throw this away in the dump. All right, so we're gonna put these bikes back, and they're just gonna fit over here. Boop. And a boop. Now we've got this garbage bag we're not gonna use. This will need to come back inside with me. So I'll take that in when I get the broom in. And there's this bike. And now there's my bike that has a back tire that is hanging on for dear life. Put this over here. This is one of those things that like I could have come into the garage and been like, oh, I want to clean the garage, but my bike needs its back tire fixed. I should fix that first. Nope. Not doing that. See, I can't even put it down with the kickstand. We're just gonna lean it. Cool. Good enough. So, yeah, I mean, I could have spent the entire morning working on my bike instead, but that wasn't the thing that needed to be done. It was indeed cleaning up here. Like that space just feels so much better now. I would not say it's done. I would say It is good enough for now. And sometimes good enough is good enough.